is this movie different? Why would you want to do this movie as opposed to a different type of movie?
I think the concept was so strange, and it was something that I'd never heard of before. You know, trying to marry the narrative in the manner that they wanted to marry it to the concert footage was so weird, and that was the first thing that I responded to. And I think in this day and age, if there's anything that is slightly original, is that in itself is merit alone.
Okay, so you've done so much with this group, right? So how is this experience different from anything you've ever done with the group?
Well, I mean, this is totally new ground for us. I mean, we put out an album about 10 years ago called Some Kind of Monster, but that was more of a documentary of a band falling apart and trying to rebuild itself again. Whereas this is like a concert movie with a storyline in it, and it's like it's not like anything else that I can ever think of ever seeing ever. I mean, I really feel that this movie is truly unique and different from anything else that's come out before it. And, we're really super excited about that because it's so unique.
And there are a bunch of concert movies out right now, like documentary-style movies about different bands. So what sets this movie aside from the rest?
Well, I mean, to paraphrase Lars, this movie is certainly not about another rock star getting out of a limo. I think that we've seen enough of that, and I think the narrative adds an emotional thread that the viewer can kind of grab onto if nothing else.
So how is this experience making a movie different from any other experience that you ever had with the band?
Well, it's just another challenge. It's the biggest challenge, but when I first joined Metallica almost 11 years ago, my first gig was actually, San Quentin State Penitentiary. So to play a first gig in front of all these wild inmates, and we had never played on a traditional stage setup. We always rehearsed in the round, like kind of facing each other. So I didn't know the lay of the land. I didn't know where I was supposed to be per song. So I learned. It was like trial by fire, and that's how we roll. It's kind of like jump in the water and swim, and hopefully you don't drown. And it's been that way ever since. And this is an extension of that. When we hired Nimrod, he wrote the narrative. He did something really amazing creatively for us. We helped guide him. But when they started filming it, it was happening as they went along to a certain degree. So a lot of the magic is sort of spontaneous in this band.
And do you have any advice for aspiring directors, student directors, RTF majors?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to kick you out the door and you crawl back through the window. And, there's a lot of people that are going to be disparaging. You just got to stick to your guns. And if a fat kid with braces and acne called Nimrod was able to do it, they could do it too.